going to explain to you today how the Splat Mat transport mat for oil tankers is used. You have still pictures already of how it's laid out and how it hangs from the bag hangs from the hose tube of the tanker. So we're going to kind of fast forward just a little bit to there. This is what it looks like as it comes out of the bag. The driver takes it and he lays it on the ground. He does what we call deploy the mat. This is a deployed mat. This is a vent line adapter that goes to the vent line, because if you overfill a tanker, the first place that it comes out is the vent line. And this is what that is. It hooks up to the vent line and also comes in the mat. That way, if you overfill the tanker, it will go into the mat. This is coming from the oil tank itself. They hook onto it, the Getty pot, you know, out right there at the top of the berm, and then they bring it over to the tanker. So the most vulnerable place for a transport company is under the loading header. Every truck has a 5-gallon bucket. This comes with a Splat Mat 5-gallon bucket. So this is your load line, this is your vent line, this is your mat. It has a 2-inch forgiveness strip around the bottom. So if they have burps, mishaps, small spills, emptying a hose, things like that, it can handle up to 25 gallons before it ever goes into absorption mode. So if that happens, you can clean it up with your diapers, you can put them in your bucket, and then you can dispose of that when you get to the refinery or the LAC site. There's always a place that you can put oil-soaked products. If it goes over 25 gallons, it is going to go into absorption mode through the absorption ports. It has the ability to hold and absorb 1.5 barrels of oil. It's a very effective tool. It deploys in just a few seconds, but the nice thing about it is, when we were in the oil transport business, we were trying to come up with a way that one person could handle a small spill. I would say that probably 80 to 90% of your oil spills are under a barrel. This gives you, if that driver is where he's supposed to be, which is within 25 feet of the controls, if that pump is running, this is going to buy him up to a minute and a half to make a good decision. So he shuts the right valves at the right time and doesn't blow the hose off and create a bigger mess. It's contained in a 60 by 60 footprint. So now, even if it goes into full-blown absorption mode, all he's got to do, the driver calls and says, I've had a spill. His supervisor says, is it in the mat? Yes, it is. Okay, go ahead and jackknife off of it. Go deliver your load of oil. I'll get somebody out there to clean it up, and we'll get you another mat. All he has to do at that point is jackknife and go on. But one person can go clean this up. This can be rolled into a barrel. The diapers would be put into it to create a solid. It can be rolled into a barrel, loaded in a pickup in a 60 by 60 footprint. It can be cleaned up with a shovel and a rake. You've not had to contact the energy company, the oil company. No harm, no foul. That driver hasn't lost his safety bonus. It literally protects your multi-million-dollar contracts, because it was contained and cleaned up. Nobody's any the wiser. The oil can actually be wrung out of the mat and recaptured and sold. Whether that's done at the transport company's facility or whether it's done somewhere else, it is a possibility to do that. The oil is still good inside the mat. Then the driver folds it back up, puts it back in the bag that's hanging from the hose tube, goes to the next facility. That's it.